guys, welcome back with another video. I know it's been super long since I made a video, but today we are going from Big Island, Hawaii to Ni'ihau. I know it sounds weird, sounds really wrong, but this is Microsoft Flight Simulator. We can do whatever the hell we want on this game. So anyway, let's go ahead and take off here. So we're not at Big Island, we are at an island called Upolu Airport in Hawaii, and now we're just gonna go ahead and take off and go over to Ni'ihau because we can't. There's no rules on this game, as I said. Oh my god, this run was too short. Alright. So we are exploring Ni'ihau. So we're going to be going up, and we are going to be making a left turn, a right turn, I'm sorry. I just don't hope that we don't stall, because that was a very, very short runway. So we're flying the Aero Mexico 737. This would be enough for what we're doing here.
Papa Hotel, Uniform Papa, 600 feet. Request flight following.
So we're gonna go ahead and climb.
455 Delta Foxtrot, Heavy Honolulu Center, squawk 2264.
So this is actually a custom arrival. The thing that you can do is you can set a custom arrival with Microsoft Flight Simulator, so you can just really go anywhere, which is really nice. So we're gonna go ahead and climb.
Delta Foxtrot, heavy radar contact 4 miles, west of Papa Hotel, Uniform Papa 1,800 feet, altimeter 29er, 902.
Roger, Qatar, 455 Delta Foxtrot.
Look at that resolution though, it's wonderful, it's beautiful. So we're gonna go ahead and go above clouds here. We're gonna keep on getting our altitude. Getting some altitude. There should be some wind actually coming over, because I did set 114 knot crosswind. I don't know how that's gonna work, but it seems like it's doing really good. It's doing really fine. That's 100 something miles per hour. So
Delta Foxtrot, heavy contact, Honolulu Center on 127.6. Good day.
So we're gonna go ahead and keep on taking off.
6 for Qatar, 455.
Keep on heading this way. We already took off, sorry. So we're gonna go ahead and make an ATC clearance. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is contact Honolulu Center.
Honolulu Center, Qatar, 455 Delta Foxtrot, heavy 5,000 feet.
Qatar 455 Delta Foxtrot, heavy Honolulu Center, altimeter 29er, 902 radar.
We just got clearance through Honolulu airspace because we're right near Honolulu. But now we're leaving Big Island and coming up onto Maui. So it's gonna be nice. Just look at the resolution here, man. I have a Lenovo Legion, so it's actually doing a really good job running this Microsoft Flight Sim. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring the throttle back. This just feels so wrong what we're doing. Flying to Ni'ihau, Forbidden Island. So I actually already did it once, and what I did is I landed. I found actually a big nice beach where we could actually land. Not smoothly though. I mean, it's going to be a rough landing because it is a beach. So if you land on a beach, it's going to be very, very, what do you call it? It's going to be very hard to land. It's going to be a very hard landing. And I've experienced that, especially with going there. And I've flown there from Lahui actually, in the 737. No, not Lahui, Parking Sands Airport. So yeah. So while we're here, I'm going to show you some of the stuff in the 737 just to know what everything is. Here are your thrust levers. These are controlled by the HOTUS one. This is the throttle module unit, and they're actually both connected to. Let me see if I can do this without disturbing the aircraft pitch and stuff. Yeah, there's this guy here, and we have a little guy in the second officer seat. That's nice. So basically, yeah, we have this guy sitting here. He doesn't really do anything. I don't know what his deal is. It's all me doing the work, so yeah, there's that. But here's the unit. So this is your joystick. This is what I use to pitch up. What we're going to be using to pitch down, just like that. And the trim is going to be on your throttle. So the trim is going to be on the thrust levers, so you can trim up and down, left and right. So here's your horizon indicator. So this indicates like okay, you're level. We are level with the horizon, and this is really useful like when you're flying at night or flying in a thunderstorm, which I'm going to try someday. And basically that tells you that when you fly in a thunderstorm, that's going to tell you, your instruments are going to tell you if you're level or not. Because if you're not referencing that, you're going to really lose disorientation, and you could even crash. So yeah, so that's what that is for. It's both in the first officer and second officer seat. And basically what we have here is we have our course, we have our Mach number, we're going to Mach 0.49, and we're going to have our N1 speed, and we're going to have our VNAV enabled so we can hold our heading. And basically we are going 271 knots, which is pretty good for what we're doing. We are passing Koloolawe, and we are going to fly right over it actually. So which is nice. 10,000 feet. Yeah. So it's actually right over there, which is actually pretty nice. So I also want to point out some things here as we're flying. This is our control panel, and this over here is what's going to control your, let's see what this says, navigation. This is your navigation lights, and here is your center fuel pump. So this is fuel pump to the engines, and so forth. And this your taxi lights, your APU start is when you want to manually start the engine. Also, we have our, let's see here, we have a bunch of stuff up here. Why not explain what everything does to the best of my ability. So this is your standby power in case you lose all power and lose all connection. This is your standby. Then you would enable that. So most of these things, a lot of these things you're not going to touch really unless it's an emergency, a dire emergency and stuff. But I do also want to take a close look at this plane just to see how it renders the details. You can see that we have our landing lights here. We have our APU. You can actually see the air coming out of the engine, which is actually very detailed. And you can even see the wheels. You can see these rivets. It's like unbelievable detail, guys. I mean, we're rendering it. The render on this is actually wonderful. I'm actually really impressed. Alright, so we're passing over Koloolawe. Right here. This is the island. This is actually, fun fact, you're not allowed to go here unless you have permission from the U.S. Navy. Or the U.S. Army. So it doesn't have an airport, but this has, what would you say? This has helicopter pads where you can land your helicopter, which I do not know how to fly. So.
Qatar 455 Delta Foxtrot, heavy contact, Honolulu Center on 119er. Tree, good day.
So we're making progress, and we're going.
Tree Qatar,
yeah, I'll just chat with you guys while while we go here. So here we have the radio navigation. This is all your radio altimeter. This is ATC, TCAS. I don't know if these work, or are these just like dummy buttons or something. But I'm not able to connect them, but these are usually for ATC, and these are, yeah, and there's a bunch of buttons here. And these are toggle your landing lights. So your landing lights are on right now, so go ahead and turn them off because it's daytime. So, yeah, I don't know why they're on. Maybe it's just by default. Alright, most important thing is that, oh, what was that? Yeah, I don't know what happened. We're going to adjust our trim a little bit. I don't know what the heck that was. I'm not sure what that was. Alright, now we're good. So I'm going to go ahead and show you, these are your thrust levers. So our thrust lever is currently at 81% power. And now see if I bring it down, the thrust lever will go down. And yeah, you can adjust your trim level, or trim by the wheel here. That's your trim wheels. Or you can use the button on the throttle here. So that's how we're controlling the aircraft. So yeah, so these are your speed brakes. So this is your slats that are going to come out on the wing over here. So that's the slats. I don't know if you can see them, but they're going to come up when you land automatically. Your flaps are at 0 degrees, but these are the flaps over here. And what they're doing is they're going to deploy out as soon as we touch down. Or, well, as soon as we start landing, not touchdown. But here is that's your lap seat, in case you want to access this. And let's see here. You have your fuel flow button. This is our flaps, so you would move these down, as I said, to adjust your flaps. Here you have your engine health. You see how yeah, the engine is doing. We're at 76%, and everything does look normal. And here we have our hydraulics. We have our gear. We have our hydraulics is normal. We don't have any warnings, or this is our heading. So basically, this is our aircraft. And this is our heading. So you're basically, what we're doing is it's telling us that you're going that direction. And so is this. There's two references. I don't know why there's two when we have one up here. But yeah, so that's gonna basically tell you what your heading is and so forth. So this is your autopilot disengage. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. But I'm gonna go ahead and pitch down here. There we go. Go ahead and pitch down. I don't know. Yeah. Sometimes it wants to pitch down on its own. Something. It's an autopilot system bug. I don't know. But here we have a yoke, of course. So, and this yoke moves with the airplane, so this is going to control the ailerons, and if you push in, it's going to push down, and if you pull back towards you, it's going to go up. So that's basically the basics of an airplane. Here we have our electronic flight bag. This is where you're going to find all of your information. It is a tablet, but if I hit Control G, it'll bring it up here in front of you so you can get a better look. So I'll walk you through the EFB a little bit. So this is our flight plan line. So this is going to tell you how you're going, how you're supposed to go, and we don't have ATC instruction basically because we are going to a forbidden island that doesn't have a control tower basically, and it basically doesn't have a runway or any airport. But here, this is where we are going to land. right here. This is the place I found that we're gonna land. Hopefully, fingers crossed. But I do want to show you that how to work the EFB. So for people who don't know, if you hit anywhere on the map, you'll have these options, and you can hit direct to, and you'll get a green line saying 187 nautical miles. So that's basically going to tell you that you have 187 nautical miles left till you arrive at your destination. And as always, if you go into the fuel seats, you'll have 64% seats full. It'll show you over here, and you have our cargo, quick fill cargo, but do not mess with these, because I messed with it last time and messed up the center of gravity, and I didn't know how to fix it. So yeah, do not mess with these. Just leave them as they are. And we have our fuel at 100% by default, and yeah, empty CG, and yeah, basically you can just play around with these things. And these are pilot book, these are their flight log, and these are yeah, that's basically what the EFB does. You can also file a flight plan here. You can also you can change your flight rules. We're going to change this to IFR, because I fly IFR, and we don't need to do this because ATC already knows it, and you do it already in the Microsoft Flight Simulator menu page also. So you don't really need to worry about that. Just yeah. So I don't know why it says passenger 0. It's 64% full, but that is your EFB, and that's basically tells you a lot. And it's stands for electronic flight bag, and yeah, and this is really helpful thing, like for flight planning and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, you can even toggle and play around with it over here. So as we talk, we are coming up past Molokai. Actually, I think it is Molokai that we're going past, because if you look at the map here, center on the aircraft, we are past Molokai. Molokai, to actually correct pronunciation. And yeah, so you can see it over there, just the detail over there. You can see Molokai, and you can see our guidelines right below us. So we have Honolulu and Kauai, and then we are at our destination. So that's pretty great. So we're gonna go ahead and adjust our trim. Go ahead and reduce our power. Wind is back. So that's good. We're going 300 knots. And we got a good view of the island. Actually, we're coming up on Honolulu next. That's where we got our permission last from when we left Hawaii. But we're just gonna see how long this takes, actually. I don't know why it's going in a dolphin motion. We're at 15,000 feet. So yeah, so while we're flying here, you can go ahead and open up the cabin door if you want. Yeah, well, you can't exit the aircraft just yet because they're in the air. So let's see here. We're passing Molokai, now we're coming up to Honolulu. So I can't wait to explore this island, actually. That's the point of Microsoft Flight Simulator, you know? It's that you can go and explore wherever you want. And especially with the new 2024 version, that's really going to help with, what would you say? It's going to help you with, in the long run. Like, you want to go explore these places. I mean, I learned a lot from it. I mean, I learned a lot about Fiji from Microsoft Flight Simulator and YouTube, of course. But yeah, so we're just flying. We have a horizon, everything is normal. Usually you do your routine check every 15 minutes. I'm not going to do that because I know everything is normal. But if you want to, that's what pilots do. They're going to do a routine check. Like we have our horizon to see if there's any abnormalities here, and we see if there's any. Well, I not set anything up, but if you do, you have our fire warning, and we have our master caution. Let's just do our crash physics. I mean, that would really change the whole game, you know. I mean, there is, but it's not that good. I mean, it's just gonna, you know. And alright, and then we have our, I guess this is a window shade. I guess there's no window shade here. But, yeah, so this, we're heading 282, and we're coming up on Honolulu. So we got Honolulu over there in the distance, just with the clouds and stuff. But that's really pretty. I love the view. It just seems so real, just seeing everything. So this is your auto throttle. Just don't use this. Yeah, because that's just going to. Yeah, you see what it did over here. It's just gonna put the throttle at levels that you don't want it to go. So you just might as well hand control it on your own. So we're at 48%. We can go a little bit higher because we want it a little faster. But we are at 144 nautical miles away, and I'm going to trim a little bit up so we can have a good airspeed. So I'm going to, while we're going, I do want to talk about some aircraft terms and why we use trim, basically. So the reason we use trim is to level out the aircraft, right? But if you use too much trim, you got to be very careful on how you use it. And you can, if you have too much trim and it gets messed up, and you use more trim than you use in your joystick, you're going to basically run into a lot of trouble. Because say the aircraft pitches up too much, like as the aircraft pitches up, air cannot flow easily over the aircraft, and if that happens, there's going to be a reduction of lift. And Microsoft Flight Simulator really does a good job of showing those kind of physics. And they have stall characteristics and stuff. But if you are not careful with your trim, your plane is going to just go higher than its angle of attack, which is higher than it's able to, higher than it's able to fly. It's able to fly efficiently at an adequate airspeed. And if that happens, you're gonna stall, and that's not a good thing, because I've stalled due to, I don't know, improper trim settings, and it's not a happy day. You don't want to do that. But yeah, basically what I'm doing is, yeah, just don't stall, or don't improperly apply your trim settings. If you are going to do trim, make sure that you use your joystick also. Enough said. So, yeah, just be careful with your trim settings and all that, and don't if you're using the trim, always bind your buttons to here. So bind your buttons to your controls here. It's because it's too hard to just fly with a mouse and stuff. All right, so we are coming up on passing Honolulu. I don't know what this guy's job is. Do you guys know? I mean, do you know what he does? I just don't know what he does. He's like gonna let me do whatever I want. I'm just taking him for a ride, really. But actually, you can see what you guys look like, what I look like. If I zoom in, you can actually see what I look like in the pilot seat. So that's me right over there. But the good thing is actually, he will actually talk to ATC if you, yeah, I'm talking about you. He will actually talk to ATC, and you can actually see his mouth moving, which is actually pretty good, which is actually pretty nice. Yeah, so it's nice that they have really actual company. Some of these aircraft, they only have me flying, and they don't have anybody next to me, that's kind of a bummer, honestly. I just wish every aircraft had people sitting next to you, so you could talk to someone. We're not gonna really talk to anybody in the game, but yeah, okay. I don't. So, there's a lot of stuff. So this is your autopilot disengage button. So now our autopilot is engaged, but I don't know what happened. So we gotta maintain our horizon indicator, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit this VNAV button and LNAV button. Basically, what that does is that's going to hold your position. And you can still move it around, but it's going to make sure your aircraft is easier to fly. So alright, so now we're perfectly level. Alright, we are going past Honolulu. We have Kauai, and then we can go into Ni'ihau. I can't wait to reach the island. I mean, I know it's beautiful. I mean, I've been there in an airplane. But I just want to make a video for you guys, and we'll land there. So good. We got 109 nautical miles left. Yeah. So you can see how we're gonna go. We're straight on the line. We're gonna line up right for this beach. So I'm gonna show you, just so if I didn't show you before, just to be more clear. We're gonna line up with this beach over here. So we're probably going to have to slow down, like over the water over here, like way over here, and then we'll have to make our way down and land on the beach. It's gonna be a bumpy land. I can just tell you. Other than that, everything looks normal, and I'm guessing this is like a 45-minute flight. Actually, it's real time, but you can actually speed up the sim if you want, but don't do that because it's just gonna crash your system, and it's not authentic to do that. Not ethical, in my opinion. Although you can do that if you want to do that. I don't know what this thing is over here. What is this thing? I don't know what that thing is really. And I'm just looking around here just to see what things are. You can't really click on this stuff. So these are for trim. If you want to trim left and right, you use the controllers on the yoke here. You would use L3 and R3. That's what I have it set for. You can customize it however you want. But I have trim up, trim down on here, and left and right on this yoke. Because, you know, this is how you go left and right. So. Yeah, so we are proceeding on a good streak. So I can't believe we took off from a very airport with a very small runway, and basically what we would in real life 737 would have stalled immediately. So I'm glad we didn't stall, because I don't know what the sim did not make us stall, but I'm glad we were able to do that. That was wild. So now we're just passing Honolulu, and now we're gonna come up on Kauai. Kauai is actually 100 miles from Honolulu. Fun fact. So because yeah, they're really close by. I was playing another simulator. It's called Fly Hawaii. It's only meant to explore the islands of Hawaii. Now here's the thing. It's completely off scale. Like, here's the thing. Kauai, compared to it being here, farther away, Hawaii is like over here. It's like, literally, I'm like, that's not right. It's not even to scale. And believe it or not, Ni'ihau also has an airport there. So I don't know what they're thinking, because that's not realistic. Ni'ihau is a forbidden island with no airport. It shouldn't have an airport whatsoever. So I don't know, but it's completely off the scale. I mean, I get even Koloalawe, Lanai, and Molokai, they're not even to scale in this Fly Hawaii game, but that's why Microsoft Flight Simulator is so much better. That's why I deleted all my other games. Flight Simulator I have on my phone, because it's not. Those are not as good as Microsoft Flight Simulator. But yeah, we are cruising at at the speed of sound. I didn't know airliners could go that fast. That's news to me. But yeah, that guy's having the time of his life, isn't he? So here's the thing. So here's our radio. Here's our FPV, slow flight path vector. What does this do? Oh, it didn't show anything. So it indicates in the meters. Yeah, we don't need that. I like feet. I don't want meters. Who wants meters? We're in the United States of America, guys. Who wants meters? Sorry, I'm with a beanie. I don't mean to say that. I just want to be in the regular norm. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm just trying to look around to see what the things that I don't know is what is that. So what is this thing? I'm just trying to see what these things are. Flight deck access system. Yeah. Not relevant to it. But we're gonna go ahead and start sending an EEL pretty soon, and so did I cover everything in this airplane? We can go ahead and you can go actually. I can go ahead and hide this yoke. You can hide it. Or show it. The thing I like is actually you can hide these yokes is because you can look and you can have access to the rudder pedals, toggle yoke visibility. These are your rudder pedals, so you can use your feet to steer. And I don't know what this is. Is this part of the rudders? Probably it is. I know I've seen it move, but I don't know what the purpose of that is, because you have your rudder pedals. So what is the purpose of that? I don't know. So we're going up to 10,000 feet. And we have about, let's see here, 66 nautical miles left. So we can go ahead and start backing up on the power here. So we're gonna go ahead and start. That's Kauai right there. So we're gonna go ahead and turn towards the guidelines, which is the lines are in blue over there. So I'm gonna go ahead and trim left a little bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and start going. So actually I've flown an EEL before, and for some reason, it's really hard to see. Like, you can't even see it when you're on your approach to the Hui. That's how hard it is to see. So we're gonna go ahead and start banking this way. I'm actually going to fly over this. Actually, what is south side of Kauai, down south, Port Ipu Beach. So we're actually going to be flying over there, over Port Ipu Beach, and then making an approach into the EEL. So that's the whole flight plan. If you look at the EFB here, we are. Oh. Well, we're going to be flying close to Port Ipu. Yeah, that's weird. So we're just going to go ahead and start descending, making our descent here. There are two clouds. We got to start descending now. We're actually landing on the north side of the EL. Can't wait. Hope you guys are excited too. And the fact that you guys can get out and walk around and explore these kind of these places, that's just mind blowing. And that's like, it's like you're in a game, in an exploring game or something. What is up with the trim, huh? Okay. For some reason it doesn't want to, yeah. Okay, but now we're doing good. We're at 6,000 feet. Passing Liberty. What's so impressive is that this whole game is made through photogrammetry. Like, it's all put together with a bunch of code. And it's all made. Like, I think it's taken photos, because that's what I saw. In the settings, I saw like photogrammetry and stuff. Something to do with the photogrammetry and stuff. So I think there's some satellite images of the entire world put together to make a game, that's mind blows my mind. I don't even see how that's possible. Okay, for some reason my trim for the right side, it's it's toggling off and on the guidelines or the flight path, which is kind of weird. Coming in an EO right now. Again, I feel like that's so wrong. Just land here on a forbidden island.
Sink, don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink.
Alright, guys.
Don't sink.
Sorry, I skipped through most of the computer, most of the flight here, but my GoPro died, that's all the problem. But here we are, we're trying to maintain my altitude here and maintain my airspeed. We're on approach to New actually. We're coming on over to New. We're going to go land on the north side actually. So let's see here. Let me zoom out a little bit. Look at the water, man. That's amazing. So we're just coming on up here. I don't know why the columns are shaking so much. It's just, yeah, I guess we're coming down to, we have 48%. Now we want to try to put our flaps down just 10 degrees. Down. Still have a good airspeed actually. 191 knots. Now we want to put flaps 20. We're going for that beach, so we're going to try to lower our altitude a little bit to under 1,000 feet. So we're doing it when we do approaches like this. We got to be very, very careful because this is a short runway. increase our trim up a little bit. We're gonna have our gears come out. We have Mach 40. Check the flaps.
400.
Move it.
300. 200. 200.
Oh, we're gonna hit the water. Oh my god. Come on. Don't blow the water, man. Okay, we might be okay. We might be okay. It's probably one of the craziest approaches ever. Because the MEO is a, retract, come on. Full power, full power, full power.
200. Sink rate. 200. Sink rate. 100. 50. 40. 40. 40. 40.
Oh my god, this is so scary, bro. Oh my god. Oh, we're almost there. We have a gear
Sink
out.
rate. 400. Sink rate. 300. 300.
Full power, full power, full power, full power, full power. Come on, come on. This is so stressful, guys. Okay, that's our runway we're lining on over there. That is our beach runway for the EO. I'm gonna go ahead and land.
500.
Quality of that, bro. It's gonna be a hard landing. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna set her down right here. Oh gosh, oh my gosh. Alright, there we go. Not bad! Holy shit! Oh! Alright, alright, okay. We're down. Oh my god! Okay, that was not bad at all. Now what we gotta do, alright. Alright, put the spoilers back down. Retract our flaps. I did not think that was gonna work. Holy moly. We're on the forbidden island of Ni'eo. How crazy is that? Oh man. So we're gonna go ahead and find a place to park here. I think this is a good place to have a runway or have to land. So we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and park her by the tree over here. Oh, it's gonna be bumpy. Engine cut. Damn. Okay. Oh my god, we almost stalled on that, bro. Alright, let's go ahead and hop out. Alright, just go ship C. Wow. That's Forest Island. I've never actually explored this island in entirety. We are on the forbidden island of Ni'iao. Legally. So... So I'm just using WASD to move sideways. I don't really need to use that. I just walk around here. Spoilers Island, really. Look at that smoke that got collected up from our landing. That's Kauai over there.